Damn, what is up with the squad? It's your favorite auntie with Uncle Tendencies in the building with Coach Coleman, the CC Show. What's good, Coach? What's happening?
We talking hoops, y'all.
Hoops,
Hoops, hoops,
hoops.
hoops, 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 hoops. All right, okay, I had to get out of my system.
What's the deal, Coach? How you doing?
Hey, check ball. You up? We up? You back? I like that. I saw the thumbnail. I like that. I can't wait.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
listen.
coming
Great
back.
show.
We
You.
looking
I
for some. We
love.
looking for.
Man,
We looking
great.
for some co-hosts. If you want to drop in co-host, guest host, y'all hit
Hey,
me up
you know.
on Connect Access Talk Sports or in the DM. Let me know. Doing that weekday mornings at 9:30. So
Yeah,
looking
let
for
them
looking for a
know.
co-host, but some guest hosts pop up. This should be fun. Uh,
Hey,
we got we
girl.
got we got WNBA coming up. We got WNBA coming up. How y'all doing? How y'all doing, Dr. Ivy Girl? What's happening? Y'all calling in the chat. Hit the likes coming in. We're gonna talk some WNBA. I mean, we got camps open. I'm
Uh huh.
loving all the content. I'm loving all the content that I'm seeing. I did see today that all of the preseason schedule is gonna be broadcast for the first time. So either on some kind of major network or I think
Finally.
in the app or on the league pass somewhere. We should be able to see every game in its entirety, hopefully live. But I didn't say that part. Just broadcast. So I hope it means broadcast live. But yeah. NBA TV I see is in the mix. I think Ion is still in the mix. Although I don't know if it's for preseason. So WNBA League Pass app for sure. ESPN. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm ready to get the season started. What are your thoughts? How you feeling? Where you at? We got games starting on Friday. Game starting Friday
I'm
now.
excited to see what these rosters going to look like. I hope we have. Um, it's not the strongest draft, but I think it's more of what you call drafting for necessity or skill, a needed skill, or and it's bargaining. CBA. I don't mean to sound like that type of take, but it's bargaining. So I think you'll see some interesting rosters
Hmm.
put together, for lack of a better word, because of what kind of year we're going into. So that you normally wouldn't see. So which we already aware of. So I'm anxious to see what's the response. If is there a chemistry connection for Paige and Enrique down in Dallas? I'm interested to see. Tina Pow has showed her own reels on IG and stuff. I'm interested to see. It seemed like she's very positive, had an outlook, like she felt she had a great opportunity to be around and to be a valued player this upcoming season. So I would love to see Tina Pow there. Just talking about the Gamecocks, love to see Fagan be in the Sparks. I'll be honest, man. I think Nia Green was it Nia at Vegas Aces. I know it's like maybe only 3.5 spots at Vegas, but I feel like Harmony and Nye, excuse me. Harmony is Nye, right? That's over there from Alabama.
Aaliyah Knight, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I think they would be some great youth assets if they have the room and opportunity. And we know Deja Kelly's more of a brand kind of because she's got some, Deja Kelly's got some followers and brands, but I'm not sold on the toughness. So those are just some things. And of course, we want to see what that Indiana Fever looks like. The only fever came to my mind because I'm fresh off of listening to you and Political Lil show, so I was all um, into that content. It's
Mhm.
one of the, you listen to watch the show, you got to lean in. It's so good. You ever do that? You got to lean
You are
in.
so funny, Groovy. What's happening? You are so funny, man. We gotta catch you for one of these lives. We gotta catch you for one of these lives. So we gotta get you for one of these lives.
So yeah, no, I didn't mean to take the way home, but there's a lot
No,
of
you good?
different pockets of stories there, different things you can find interest.
Mm-hmm.
What Chicago Sky, who they're going to finalize their roster, Angel Reese and HVL. I call experiment. I'm gonna call it the HVL the Reese HVL experiment. How is that going to pan out? You know, the black women, the black players, the black women player, female players support CC to get to a championship game. What is that going to pan out?
I mean, and listening to Breezy, I don't even think. I think at this point, like people are I think, and I guess we'll tell better when the season starts. I feel like, and maybe I may be a little bit shielded from it, but I haven't seen the same type of coverage on CC that I saw last year. It hasn't
Yeah,
bubbled over to that, so I'm
yeah.
hoping that we're moving away from that. Um, I hope that they have some people in the locker room to bring balance to that. And push back on that narrative. Um, I'm hoping with the leadership that they brought in there that looks different. That'll look different. So there's that.
And we all can hope, but I think if there's money to be made, then people going to dangle that carrot that way. That's what I would say. So I hope so too. I agree with you. I hope that there's a pivot, but I'm also a believer when someone or something show you who they are, believe them.
So when you're looking at training camps being open, we got the rookies out there. Um, you said you saw some of the some of the videos out there, some of the highlights, some of the clips. I'm excited about the way Las Vegas is covering. Indiana's been putting out content.
Right.
I saw I saw an article about Skylar Diggins. She's Skylar Diggins now, not Skylar Diggins Smith anymore. So Skylar Diggins.
Uh
Uh, Skylar says she thinks that this is the most um, talented roster she's been a part of in Seattle. What do you think
I
about that?
mean, I think it's a great training camp roster to really to see how bad who wants it, who wants to be around, and who wants to go uh and contend for a championship. I mean, so it looks cluster, but I think if anything, because for WNBA, we talked about it before, training camp is part of what getting ready for your season. So
Mm-hmm.
it's serving a double purpose there. So um so yeah, I like what the competitiveness that Seattle brought in. So I mean, it's not a
I mean, they
competitive.
talking. I'm telling you, they look clunky to me, and they saying they feel like they finna go win the championship.
Well, I'm just saying I like the competitiveness, the competitive edge. Let all the players there that you see, you like, oh, they're competitive. You go down that roster, like, oh, this gonna be like somebody gonna, it's gonna be some band-aids, some some butterfly band-aid. You know what I mean? It's gonna be some cuts and bruises going on in that training camp to get that fight for them last few spots. So I'm excited to see what the coaching staff and general management what they come up with as far as this is what they're going to go compete. Are they going to go 11? They're going to go 12? What they're going to do, according to what they want to do with their budget. So
How do you expect our what's up, Key in the building? Molly Brandon, what's happening? Mondo, what's up? What are you expecting from our unrivaled folks? Our unrivaled folks coming into the season, because Skylar like shit. Unrivaled got me ready. Hootie hoo, she ready to hoop.
I mean,
So Skylar might be looking like mid-season for him a little bit. But
Right.
are what have they had enough of a break in between on Rival and regular and WNBA season? Does it matter because they usually play international? Do you see any fall off? What are your thoughts there?
I don't think it's mattered because most of them would have been playing overseas anyway and had maybe
Mm-hmm.
like a 2.5 weeks off. So because it's just a matter of taking care of their family, they were just able to do it in the comfort of their own country and in their own space, and they didn't have to go
Mm-hmm.
far. And they had amenities. They had all accommodations in Miami, so that was great. So, players that been in the WNBA for a while, veteran or nearing veteran experience, they know how to manage their body. They know how to manage the minute. They know how to change their pace in the
Mm-hmm.
game so they can last a whole game. And so, that's the difference between a 2-year player and a 4-year player. 2-year player is still trying to learn that how to pace himself and change gears and and take care of their body, right? Because how you need to take care of your body in college is totally different from how you're gonna need to take care of your body for longevity in college. So no, I think that's a great question. I think the other thing is that when you come back from whether you went overseas or when you played on rival, you got other talent around you. So some people are going to be on teams like Skylar Diggins, where she probably beginning of the season may not have to play that, or they might manage them. You know what I mean? So depending on the talent that you have around, it looks like you have around, maybe it won't be so much as a load on her shoulders or on her skills, depending on her skills, and you can kind of spread the responsibility around. So we'll see. And that also relieves some stress, some pressure. And sometimes you have some pressure you put on yourself because you want to be there and make the right plays for your team. So when you got better skill sets of players, a higher level skill of players around, sometimes it kind of alleviates some of your natural stress, if that makes sense. So we'll see. I'm anxious to
Okay.
see how Rakia Jackson comes out too. So I want to see. We'll see what she does in year 2 and how Cam Brink responds to her rehabilitation, to her injury rehabilitation. So does Cam Brink lose a step or a step gets improved? Does the technology help her step get better? You know what I mean? So because this is medicine and modern technology. So how does Cameron Brink respond to the rehab and her being engaged? Does it have an impact? Is she gradually switching gears and focus on something else and is only like a short term for Cameron Brink in the WBA? So you got to think of things like that. So New York, Liberty. I'm not a Liberty fan, but what is going to be their approach to the beginning of the season? Are they going to front load the minutes or are they going to pick and choose and go long term for playoffs again? You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
then you got your aces. I think you're saying the jury's kind of getting out on Becky. How you managing the team, how you managing the skill sets, and then what you can and cannot do with a limited budget, right? Based on the situation that's handed to you. So,
Okay.
and then then it's the KB saga. Who
What you
that
mean?
person on the bench, man?
Um, you think it's still gonna be an issue?
I think eventually you're buying your time so you can move on to replace that space, but you don't. The smart thing is to hold on to it during a bargaining year, and then kind of move it where everybody's got new money, different money, different new
Okay.
expectations. That's what my
Okay.
business mind would do. I wouldn't touch it in this type of year because that kind of I think that would be poor taste if you ask me.
Okay.
And kind of give somebody stability for the season because CBA means there's some instability, there's some uncertainties going on. So, out of respect, as kind of a business etiquette, I wouldn't do that to that individual. Not that I have to, but
Mm-hmm.
they have been around in the league respectfully a substantial amount by this time. So
Right. Right. That's fair. That's fair. So you know what surprised me? You know what surprised me? Frank
what was
Wright,
that?
what's good? Small's the one in the building. What's good? Y'all run them lights up on both the platforms for us. I wonder what happened with her and Lloyd. Not sure. I'm not sure.
You're
After the
talking
bullying
about
situation, I
Skylar
didn't jump
Diggins and
back
Lloyd.
into it really. Yeah, I didn't jump back into it.
Hey, man, I mean, investigation was made by the franchise, and they said it was time to move on.
Okay. Yeah, time to move on. And Lloyd's landed someplace else. Lloyd's been the rival. I hope that this is a fresh start. I hope this is a fresh start for Jewel. Not only because she's now at my Aces, but just because like, hey, whatever the situation was, let's have a fresh start and get back to basketball. Because at one point she was, I mean, the gold Mamba, right? Let's shake my hand in the building. Rod the Man Media was good. Um, so I want to see her. I want to see her get back to basketball. I really, really do want to see her get back to basketball. Um, and her getting back to basketball definitely also um helps my Las Vegas Aces, who I got going to the championship anyway, because I got mother return going to get the trophy back. I mean, we go. I got Asia going getting all the trophies: MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Champion, Finals MVP. I got her going to get at least four trophies this year. That's how I feel like Asia's coming for him. But let's talk. I saw some of y'all, you know, check out some of these articles. So I saw an article I want to talk
Yeah.
about the rookies. The rookies. Five rookies that have a best chance of making solid contributions throughout the season. And this is from like a fantasy standpoint, but this is making the team and being able to contribute. The first one is Sonia Citron, Washington Mystics. And so what I want to know from you is, do you have Sonia Citron? And y'all let me know in the chat too. Do y'all have Sonia Citron making a roster at the Washington Mystics? And then what kind of season do y'all see her having? And this is with the thought that they're saying, like, their only real veteran is at the guard position is going to be Brittany Sykes.
Right.
So it's definitely an opportunity for one of these four guards that they drafted to make the roster. But do y'all think it's Sonia Citron? If so, tell me why. And if not, tell me why. I want to know. Let me know, Coach. What you think?
I mean, I think in the past Notre Dame has this history of players, whether it's Lloyd, McBride, Diggins, Smith, Jackie Young, being able to stick and being able to adjust to WNBA and being well coached in guard skills and guard court vision and so I think Citron has that knack, and I think she fits part of that narrative too, and she went fairly high. So I expect to see her around Citron around.
Yeah, I definitely have Citron making a roster.
So
whoa. Spoiled Brat, what is this? AE Aaliyah Edwards is hurt like what? Like out for a good part of the season, hurt, just not ready to start preseason. What's going on there? Whoa. That changes things in Washington, don't it?
I mean, yeah. Depending on
I was excited about Aaliyah Edwards anyway, right? I was excited just because of what I saw in the 1v1. So I was excited about what Aaliyah Edwards minor. Okay, she isn't practicing right now. Okay, minor.
You up there thinking he Spoiled Brat had me thinking she was in the boot or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm like, whoa. But I also don't want it to be anything that becomes something nagging this early in the season, right? We want it to be something that she can get back to full health before the season starts. So, because like I said, after 1v1, I was really excited to see where Aaliyah was going. But so Citron, okay, Georgia A. Moore and Sonia Citron are definitely making a roster. That's the future backcourt of the Mystics. Really? Okay, so you think that's the future backcourt of the Mystics? So you see A. Moore, Citron, and Aaliyah Edwards is kind of like the core three. Is that what you're saying, Jeremy? What you think? What y'all think about that as the core three? A. Moore, Citron, Edwards.
Yeah, I mean, they the youth. That's the youth. They want the youths.
Because I actually don't have Aaliyah Edwards really staying there after her rookie contract.
She's going to Toronto, right?
Yeah, that's a small backcourt. To me, she would go home. Yeah, to me, she would go home. A. Moore will eventually be a role player. Okay, y'all think A. Moore will be a role player? Let me see. What did they say anything about A. Moore?
Yeah, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
you
we'll get
always
to A
need
more in a minute. We'll get to
it.
A more in a minute. Do
Amon gonna
Shakira
be that
Austin
key number.
stay? Do Shakira Austin stay? Not if anybody in this chat has a say. They're gonna trade to get her to they closest to the city closest to them. Sound like, yeah. See, they getting traded. I see. Yeah,
I
there's the
mean,
answer.
I think Shakira Austin has stay healthy and when she play. I think you know you really haven't seen what Austin can do yet. So I'm excited to see her stay healthy. You know the game change. She's a to me she can be a silent game changer for the Mystics. She's healthy and it's a better personnel for the Mystics. I think.
She's definitely a crowd favorite. Okay, she's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
As you can tell from this chat, she's a fan favorite. But she also, I thought, had a great show. Okay, not a great showing, but a really good showing at Unrivaled to be able to have some interest there. So if she's able to stay healthy, she should be able to make some impacts. To me, she should be able to have an impact.
Right. Right. I'm with you know. They can stay healthy.
But okay, they said as far as like Citron, I ain't trying to do right. They said as far as Citron, she did it all right. She made 51 3-pointers, average 14 points, 5 rebounds, almost 3 assists, almost 2 steals in her senior season. She had a great senior season. You're gonna add that, but I agree with Rob the Man. That is a very small backcourt for you to build your team on. So I don't know if I see them as the future as much as I see them as a bridge into whatever it is they're going to bring. Ready for preseason to start on Friday? Yes, we're going to be live for preseason on Friday. We also going to be live hanging out for the 3X Nationals. South Carolina Gamecocks playing in that. We got 4 Gamecocks in that, and they being coached by Khadijah Sessions. So come hang out. Come hang out with us for those games. They will be broadcast on USABasketball.com, Twitter, and the USA Basketball channel. So and we'll be live hanging out here. Yeah, Citron put the bridge, but I also think that Citron will I also think that Citron will stick in the league though. Like she's a bridge, but I don't know that she's gonna be like the starting backcourt of the future. But could be, solid role player, first off the bench type, especially with the defense and the 3-point shooting. So there's that. That's what I think about Citron. But right now they're thin. They're thin there. JJ, y'all know I don't want to mess her name up. JJ at the Golden State.
Either. I don't
at
know
the Golden State Belks. I got it. Yeah, she definitely sticks. Yeah, I'm in the building. Kira is very relaxed in DC. She's in good hands at home with me. Louis, they got Kira on the trading block. Okay, Louis, I'm just saying. But Citron definitely sticks. Yeah, sticks. Edwards and Austin were supposed to be the core, similar to Chicago, which is why it did not make sense to draft Kiki.
Okay.
You know what? Until you said that, Jeremy, I forgot. Until you said that, I forgot Kiki was there. But yeah, Kiki is there. What does that mean? Yeah, we definitely should look at that. Is JJ in the USA? I don't know if JJ's in the USA, and I don't know if Malanga's in the USA. Are they here? Y'all, is anybody know in the chat? Y'all let me know. Yeah, let me know in the chat. And run them likes up for us, please. Run them likes up coming in the door. And 5 of y'all share this video out for us. Let them know we live right now. 5 of y'all, do me that favor, share the video. JJ at the goal. They draft Kiki to trade away Bay. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm calling JJ because I don't want to mess her name up.
Yeah,
that's her. I don't want to mess her name up. I need to go listen to how it's pronounced. I have not had a chance. But this is the first ever draft pick for a new expansion team who was looking for someone who could contribute right away, is what they're saying. They only had the Valks got only one player on their roster that's been a consistent starter, and that's Van Loo. So everybody else either was a bench player or didn't play. So yeah, what the hell? This is going to be an interesting roster because I mean, how easy is it in the WNBA to jump in and be a starter when you've been a role player? It's different to set the tone. It's different to have to get up and set the tone and jumpstart the thing. I don't know. Y'all let me know. How long y'all think it's going to take the Valks to really get into the swing of things. We don't want Emily Angstler. Who you giving Emily to? Oh, wait a minute. Yes, Rob is trading Austin. Yes, Rob is trading Austin. Where are you trading Austin to, Rob?
Oh my
Please let us
goodness,
know.
Rob.
Where you trading Austin to? Valks just signed another international player. It's gonna be some very international teams. I think the Valks are going to be a very international team. We can tell from the beginning. I think Connecticut is going to end up being a very international team. Aces, baby. Oh yeah, he's sending Bay to the Aces. I forgot. That's right. You said for Meg. No, the thing about JJ is JJ's already been a pro over in the Euro League, so that may help. But what are your real expectations for the Valkyries? Where y'all got them going? We got a perfect role for Bay there. Okay. Aces will be amazing for her. I agree. So what are your expectations for the Valks, Coach?
Compete. Yeah, that's my expectation for the Valks.
Valks got 3 years. Okay.
Yeah, just compete, you know, and build their roster. They're trying to figure out what their style. They don't know their style. Coach doesn't know their style. So develop a culture, build a culture, develop your keep. Connect with your fan base, develop your fan base, and if you can just keep building each record better from each time from you started, then you're heading in the right direction. I mean, that's the best I can give them. That's the best I can give.
Okay, you got to tank it for the first 2 years to find a franchise player. Who do you see a franchise player that they should target in the next 2 years that's coming out? Who is that? Is that and should the franchise player be a big? Should it be a guard? We see the kind of the talent that's coming out the next 2 years. Do
Would
you
that
see
be
them
Juju?
going for like a? I don't. I think that they're going to try to get Juju in L.A. So would you think it would be like a Betts, a Beers, a Flauget, a AZ Fudd? I see Fudd in the chat. Like, what do y'all think? What is that move? They should be targeting a guard. Okay, to put with Malonga.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but they also got JJ over there, who's supposed to be a lot like Phoebik, right? Phoebik.
Right.
So, and then I think Phoebik is supposed to be able to be. They supposed to be able to kind of like they play forward or guard, I believe. So you put a guard with them. So would you try to put a Flauget there? Would you try to put a Olivia Miles there? What type of guard would you be looking for?
You gonna need some defense.
Hano or Juju? I don't think they're getting Juju, y'all. I'm hearing Juju to LA.
Oh, that's
And
what you're
then
hearing.
Hannah at Golden State. Does that fit Hannah's brand? Or do you feel like some of these brands will adjust when they get to the WNBA?
Probably adjust when they get to WNBA. Some of them.
Oh yeah, Lue, I agree. It's hard to tell what type of team they building right now. It's definitely hard to tell what type of team the Valks are building right now. And it's like Rob said, maybe 2 years. We're gonna see what they pick up in the draft. Because they should be able to do like Las Vegas and get a couple number 1 draft picks probably. They probably gonna be Danbury Sports Highlights was good. Yep, we back. They probably gonna be able to get a couple high draft picks, if not back to back number 1s or something like what Las Vegas did, just based on how they're gonna be constructed and the way the league is going. I feel like they should be able to get some really top tier young talent in the next couple drafts, and maybe make some moves to trade away some of the veterans that they do have as these new teams come on. 2 years or a trade. Okay. Juju in LA would be crazy work. I think that's the ultimate goal. Okay, coach, we got you back. Is that you good?
Yep. Just had to get up here for a win out.
Okay. Yeah, I think Juju's going to LA for sure. But when you look at the next player on this list that they said Sabrina might go west. I thought about that. I thought about that, Molly. And when you say Sabrina going west, do you mean like west like to Seattle, or would it be west like to Portland or the Valks, something like that? When you say west, where, how far west? How far west could you see Sabrina going? Really want a top five pick in the 28 draft for the Aces or for the Valks? Who wants that? Because I know you an Aces fan, so when you say that, I don't know if you're talking about for our team or for the Valks. Oh, for the Valks, okay. Because I was about to say, nah. I mean, the top five draft pick mean that we didn't do very well. Okay, really want a top five pick in the 28 draft? Who's coming out of 28? Is that the Joyce draft? Is that the Joyce Sarah Strong draft? Sabrina to the Valks, okay. Is the 28 draft? Is that the Joyce Sarah Strong Michaela Blake's draft? Yeah, Blake's McMiller Sarah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's gonna be a heck of a draft too. That's gonna be one heck of a draft there. Well, let's look at another one of these rookies that we got coming in the league now. Y'all had mentioned her, Georgia Amore. Y'all said that she was, yeah, Joyce gonna be something. Y'all mentioned Georgia Amore of the Washington Mystics as being maybe a cornerstone of the next piece. Oh, coach, you got a lot of clicks up here, man. What's going on? You there, coach? You good?
I'm good. Apologize about that, fam.
So I was asking about Georgia Amore. I think Sticks right now, but still a bridge. Still a bridge. I think she's undersized. I know that she's quick. She can shoot from three. They try to act like she's like a Kelsey Plum, too small, but the GMs like her. Yeah, I say that too. She got a lethal step back though, but will she be able to get that off in the WNBA? I don't know. Can she get that step back off in the dub?
I think it's gonna be a little challenging. I think they're gonna have to run some screens or some several screens to get that open just because of her size. So hopefully a coach can see that. But I definitely will run her off some screens. She has some handles. I mean, she has some not speed but explosiveness in the half court set to get to the in college. But how does that look in the pros? So we'll see. But I definitely will put her in the screen action to get some shots off because I don't see her creating one on one off the dribble just because I think most people guarding her will beat her to her spots. So I like your analogy of a bridge, just helping the Mystics in the meantime till they continue to improve their franchise. But I think she fits the narrative of the Basconomics, so definitely will be around this season. Auntie. She gone. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're right. Molly Marion and the coaches in the W are used to playing a small guard or not.
In college, we'll see. Mondo said she gone. The transfer portal. You talking about Amore, Rob? Shake my hand. What's your final thoughts on that, Auntie?
Y'all so funny, bro. All right, y'all got me now. I'm sorry, I had to fix some stuff over here.
Yeah, we got you. We got.
Yeah,
I
I'm
was a
sorry.
bit.
I had
I
to.
was.
I had to. I had to fix. I had to fix. I had to fix a few things over here. My bad. Um. So I was moving on to the next player.
Okay.
Shadow around. Y'all so funny.
Look, I was.
Sanaya Rivers.
Look, I'm not rare.
Now don't stress. Don't stress. My bad, y'all. I thought Coach was still talking to y'all while I had stepped away. I didn't know y'all was just in silence. Sanaya Rivers at the Connecticut Sun.
Yeah, because it had cut me my audio off for some reason in your StreamYard.
So with Sanaya at the Connecticut Sun, she could start right away, right?
Yeah, I think so. I think they need her length and her athleticism, right?
Do you think she could be in the conversation for Rookie of the Year because she's gonna be starting right away?
I think she'd be in the conversation, but we know who that's tied up in a bow too.
Yeah. We're just talking about in the conversation because they're still gonna have a conversation around Rookie of the Year.
Right.
Like
They have.
somebody is gonna have to challenge. So when we looking at like what the opportunities are with her starting, do you think she has a good opportunity for being able to be in that conversation?
I
It
do.
really put up numbers for Connecticut.
I mean, how the Suns are looking right now, they're gonna need numbers from anybody. So, so for sure.
They saying that she's like a Benigja Laney Hamilton. What do y'all think
Hamilton.
about that? Do y'all like her as a Laney Hamilton type player?
I mean, that's a what you call like a utility tool. That's a tool. One of them. You know what I mean? It's one of one of those.
He said no. Okay.
Who said no?
Molly, it looked like Molly said no.
Oh no, I think but not Hamilton. I think she's was very versatile, or kind of did several things um fairly well. That was like that quiet helper for North Carolina. I think that gets overlooked because she doesn't do one thing outstanding, but they did several things well. That so that I could see that comparison.
Okay. We gonna see. I mean, they basically say she got the potential to be the leading scorer on any night, and she could also lead the team in assist rebounds, which is true. I mean, the one thing about Rivers, if she ain't scoring, she'll go try to find something else to do. She ain't gonna stand around. I will give her that. So,
She must
uh,
have came from South Carolina.
she got,
Remember?
you know, she, she had a great senior season. She averaged over almost 7 rebounds, over 6.5 rebounds, almost 12 points, almost 4 assists. Might as well say 4 assists. You know,
Right,
almost two,
right.
almost two steals. a block. So she was filling it up. She's solid. So Morrow was sure. So the next player that they said has an opportunity to really make some noise, especially for those of us that may try to fantasy for entertainment, education, and informational purposes only. Anisha Morrow at the Connecticut Sun also.
But she
also, I think, has a chance to start. Sanaya should be able to fill her plate and eat good with the Sun. Yeah, she should, and so should Morrow. And then being able to pick up some pointers from Tina Charles should help Morrow out. What's your thoughts on Morrow being able to really make some noise since she's going to be at Connecticut?
I mean, my thing is that I hope they use her skill set correctly, because she's an interesting mix of skills that doesn't match her size. Like the eye test. What she can do and what her ability is don't judge it by the height, the size, because rebounding is a skill, is a science. Rebounding is a science. It's not always height, and so and when a person has that knack and they have the science, I always call it the science of rebounding. That's how I used to teach it. And so Anisha Morrow has that science of rebounding, because the reason why I say that, because she went up and I'm not ragging on her, I'm giving her the credit. She went up and got rebounds in the SEC amongst players that are way bigger and stronger and supposed to be stronger than her. So that's why I said it's a science, it's a gift, it's acquired skill, it's a special to, one of those rare things. And then she's going to get a great, what they call it, junkyard dog. I'm kind of going to get my points by getting the scrap, putting the scrap in the back, getting the scrap metal, So when you have a player like that, you need to put them in a position where they're weak side rebounding. They're going to box out. They're going to get putbacks, and and they're not too worried much about getting post entry pass. They understand the gift is in getting that weak side rebound and putting it back up, because that means nobody was there in that space to box out. And so that's why I call it a science, knowing where to be, how to be, and to box people out before they get you, so you can get it. That's all it is positioning. So I didn't mean to go on about her, but I think it was not enough credit for how Morrow studies her craft. I think it's not enough talked about that.
Okay, so you think that's going to help her? What's her ceiling in the WNBA as far as you're concerned?
Her ceiling to be is she will need to get more consistent at a 12 and 15 footer. So if she doesn't add that, then that will kind of take her out, because you do age with fine wine. You want to stay in, so you need to kind of diversify your skill portfolio. And so my thing is just keep adding to, I think keep a midi in there for what she does. If she keep a midi, then that just adds a more offensive threat, where she can be. I mean, she hits those shots, but it's sometimes not consistent enough where you want to put in a position to say, hey, take that last shot in the elbow. I'm not comfortable yet. Maybe somebody else is, but.
Once Aaliyah Edwards is healthy, how do you see Edwards and Morrow on the floor together? Or do you see them not like backing each other up or something?
I think that'd be a great problem to have. Because Morrow is going to go up and get the ball, and then Aaliyah is going to be back to the basket or can take some shots. So I think, as far as being wreaking havoc on the boards for other teams, I would try that look to cause problems. Trouble. I would cause that problem.
So? Okay.
I would try to see how it looks for, just to try. I mean, it doesn't hurt. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, the chemistry. But I would see if there was chemistry there because they both have that nose for that. So the more the better, the fun at the rebound party. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you want to see it. You definitely want to see it. Like I said, I don't really have her as a 4. I don't really see her really banging down there with the people that do the damage on the boards in the dub. I see her
And to play a three.
maybe trying to take it out, shoot the ball a little further out, show off that jumper. But we gonna see. We definitely shall see. What else you looking forward to the upcoming of the season?
What else am I looking up to? Like I said, I already talked about. I'm excited to see what Rickea Jackson talked about in New York. I'm not excited to see. I'm interested to see what boring basketball Cheryl Reeves in Minnesota would they come out with. I would like to see Peely get some. I would like to see Peely get some more playing time. I don't know how realistic it is with Reeves set in her ways of doing things, the preference, her preferred coaching preference. So, but I really would like to see Peely get some more touches. So,
yeah, definitely want to see Peely get some more touches. Yes. Preseason games start this week. We got 2 games starting on Friday. Yeah, you say boring team.
yeah, it's boring, but yeah, it's like Big Ten basketball watching Minnesota. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know if it. Do you think Reeves? I don't know that Reeves don't like young players. Like she drafted the young lady. She didn't trade her away. She could have not kept her protected. So maybe she's trying to develop her, but she definitely don't let you get on the floor till she for show about you. So,
right. Yeah, she old school. You know what I mean? Oh, that's old school.
so there's that. There's definitely that. We looking for the games coming up. We looking forward to the games coming up on Friday. We got Skylar Diggins, no longer Skylar Diggins Smith. Saying that they own one of the most talented rosters. We got the training camps open. Y'all tell me, before we get ready to get out of here, what second or third round picks do y'all have making the rosters? What second or third round picks? Let's talk about that. What second or third round picks do y'all got making the roster? Throw some names in the chat. Let's talk about them. Who y'all got making the rosters?
Harmony Turner, Nye Turner. I know you got Fago and Pow and Bree.
Yeah, look like Asia nicknamed Dr. T Webster, like the dictionary today. So
yeah, so that sounds like she wanting Turner to stick around.
It almost looked like Turner is kind of like the new Sid.
The new Sid.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
We'll see.
So
we'll see.
Is Diamond Miller with the Lynx right now or not?
Fagan, they picked her
Harmony,
up.
Nye. Okay.
Yeah, Diamond Miller's on training camp roster.
So do y'all got players like let's see, Lucy Olson, Timpson making it?
I think
Sundale.
I think Lucy Olson and Sundale are gonna make it off the narrative.
Madison Scott.
I don't know. That's a good. She's at Dallas, right?
Yeah, I mean, she don't necessarily have to make it at the team she's at. Does she make it in the dub? Like, to me, Madison has a skill set and a length, just a length and an athleticism that you want in the league.
Right, for sure.
I think he said Timpson got a good chance. It looked like Diamond Miller is at training camp at Minnesota. It looked like Minnesota Lynx, I believe.
Yeah.
What other second and third round players y'all got sticking in the league? We getting ready to get back to pick'ems and scorers.
Yeah, ready for pick'ems and scorers.
What a twist!
I give them. You pick them.
You think Maddie Scott will make it? And do you got Maddie Scott making it at Dallas? Isaiah James, I think it's who A. James. That's who you talking about. Okay.
I feel like it's too many similar players like her at Dallas. I don't know where she's at on that depth chart to start out. Camp. You know what I mean? Where they have her. So I think Isaiah James needs a different team because isn't she at Dallas too?
I believe she's at Dallas.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah. So and then there's another third player, incoming first year player at Dallas with Madison and Isaiah that need to be somewhere else. I can't. Is Green over there too? Was Green a?
Let me see.
Because I know they picked up 3, and I was like, Dallas just did that. They just front loaded in training camp like that.
Oh, it is Molly. Thank you. So I guess Green is over there.
Green, right? That's what I thought. Green is over there.
You got a Leonide, Madison Scott, Maddie Westbill, Cheyenne Sellers, Tina Powell, Michaela Timpson, Bree Hall, Sanaya Fagan, Aisha Koulibaly, Lucy Olsen, Delia Daniels, Rhea Marshall. That's your second round picks. And then third round of Serena Sundell, JJ Quinterly, Leatu King, Madison Connor, Caitlin Chin, Aaronette Von Lay, Zay Green, Yvonne Ejim, Jordan Hobbs, Harmony Turner, Taylor Theory, Aubrey Griffin, and the Kane player from France. So Sellers, Hall. Yeah, Dallas very guard heavy, but they may move off of them. They may move off some of them guards, move some players around. Harmony Turner, Taylor Theory at Atlanta, I'm not really sure. Zay Green at Washington. So not at Dallas, at Washington. Von Lay is the other player. Von Lay is the other player at Dallas.
At Dallas,
Madison Connor at Seattle. I think that's a tough one. To me, Sundell might make it before Connor. It's my opinion.
Of course, Cheyenne should. Cheyenne has a WNBA right.
Yeah, I think Sellers makes it. Westbill, I think Westbill has a shot. Rhea Marshall, I'm not sure. She's at Connecticut, so maybe Connecticut.
right.
Connecticut may be one of the best landing spots for a rookie this year to be able to get some experience and get some tape to be able to stick around this league.
Yep. Great point.
Yep. So that's gonna be fun to watch. We on the countdown. We on the countdown to Friday. We are on the countdown to Friday. Coach, what you got before we get ready to get out of here?
Man, it's almost pick 'em and score time. I'm excited about WNBA training camp. Look, it's in the game. I'm very excited. We're glad you came and joined us on a Tuesday night. It's going up on a Tuesday, talking about hoops with the chat fam. And ooh, yay. We appreciate you. Without you, there is no us. We just want to remind you to be great in your preparation. Be great in your preparation and become excellent in your performance. Change this world with one random act of kindness at a time. Be the change that you want to see. You can change anything you want when you put your mind to it. Get in the bag. Get in your bag. Expand your bag because you know you are the best. So be the best every day. Reach for the best. You know what I'm saying? Shoot for the moon and land amongst the stars. That's all I got to say. You know what I mean? That's all I got to say. And one more thing. If it's in your heart, you just tap on your chest. And if you hear me right there, if you experience, tap on your chest. If it's in your heart, spread love. More love is what we need. WNBA coming.
Let's go. All right, Kaylee, Heckle, K9 at UConn. It's not a bad place. That's not a bad spot for K.
No, it's not.
Or Notre Dame. I like both of those. From now until May 15th, these youngsters playing their hearts out. You better believe it. Y'all know what it is. We appreciate you pulling up. If you didn't hit the like on the way in, hit it on the way out. Until next time, y'all stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all.